Another good episode of Two Smooth Operators,
Woo.
the only podcast about gate operator life
That only one, baby,
for technicians.
for technicians.
Your hosts, Michael Brooks and
That's
Robert
me.
Evers. Stay tuned for another great episode.
Woo. Now you bite the nose right off the bat, man.
What's up?
I think we need a little bit more volume on it. We need to find out who the guy that's running sound and get a little bit more volume on that.
Well, I
What's
just do what I do.
Oh, is it? Is that what you tell the pink slips? You
Yep.
just go, oh man, I just do what I do.
That's right. When it's live, buddy. It's what you get.
All right. Well, cool. What's going on, man?
Oh,
Haven't
nothing
seen
much.
you in a whole week.
Yeah, one whole week.
I've
been at the lake today and yesterday. And
what's new at the lake?
We had our White Lake 2025 Water Festival and had a parade and a couple bands play and all kind of vendors and stuff out
White
there.
Lake, North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
How far is that from Charlotte?
Oh, you're about 3 hours from Charlotte, 2.5 hours.
Man, it changes every time I talk to you. First it's 45 minutes, then it went from hour and a half, and now it's 3 hours. I don't think you know where you live.
It's every bit of 2.5 hours.
Oh, is it? Is
Yeah.
it just rural? Just nothing but just trees and that's it?
Yeah, as soon as you get out of the outskirts of Charlotte, it's nothing but trees.
Right on. Well, let's talk about some gate operator stuff. If anybody hasn't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we hit another record. We got a total of 85,000 views, and we finally broke 100 subscribers, which for YouTube and podcasts is not that bad, but we're growing every month. So for the most part, all of our videos are on YouTube. You can see the YouTube link below. It's at Two Smooth Operators. So we hit 85,000. I think we're up to 115 subscribers or so. So I know I had a busy week last week. What'd you get into? I think you were talking to me about this bad boy right here.
Oh yeah, a sun power gate system.
Never heard of it.
Well, I didn't either until I was on the telephone with AutoGate, and I didn't look at the motor. I just called them and said, "Hey, I got one of these your operators on here. Do y'all ever spray some stuff on your belt driven stuff?" They're like, "No, don't do that." I said, "Why don't y'all have a circuit board? We do got a circuit board." I said, "Well, this one don't." He said, "Well, you're not working on our gate." I said,
Was it just mechanical relays and stuff like that?
Yeah, just mechanical.
Okay.
Just 2 relays on each side and 2 limit switches in the ends on the wheel, and 4 limit switches, and then the rest of it was just like 2 main relays and like 2 safety 2 loop detectors and stuff. It was just old fashioned relay system.
Just like an old link operator or something like that.
Yeah.
So what they do? Were they running power through the limit switches, or are they running through those contactors?
Open contact.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But whenever when both limit switches get pushed down, it keeps the safeties on, and then whenever it releases, it turns them off. However it works, I don't know. I just make sure it worked properly it should.
What was the call about?
Well, I put the new gate on, and I had to go back out there because I moved the latching post, and then I had to tighten the spring up a little bit on it, and it went to working fine. I think the original person that installed it had the gate too far to the ground.
Yeah.
And as far as like the limit switch, and which will cause it to get an obstruction or somehow, because it might not feel like it's going down all the way, and the motor can continually run.
Yeah.
So they said to leave the gate about 5 inches off the ground.
And did it have an edge along the whole bottom?
No.
Photo eye?
Yeah, we got a photo eye and safety loops. That's it.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they have provisions for edge. Well, anything else exciting happened last?
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they got all that for that. But you don't
We
need
saw
it.
that, Susan. We saw what was going on back there. We'll get to you in a
Oh
minute.
Lord. Oh
No,
Lord.
her son was peeking in. So
Yeah.
anyway, so they had what was the call about again?
It was just it wasn't the call. The first call was somebody drove through the gate, so I had to replace the gate, and
Oh,
then I had to go out there and tweak it after I got the gate installed.
oh, that's right. Because is it fair to say that you didn't know it was an auto gate until you
Ah,
actually replaced the gate?
no. Well,
Or, or
I didn't go out. I was at the fence retreat when this
yeah.
gate got hit, so I had no clue about the gate. All I
Uh,
knew that it got hit, and I sent my guys out there to come take it down, and then my dad ordered the gate out of California, and he told me
okay.
that it was another company, but it was a couple weeks till the gate got to our shop, and I done forgot what it was. So I was thinking auto gate the whole time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think you had said you
Yeah,
had to work on an auto gate,
yeah,
and so you didn't know it was what is
yeah.
it? Sun
It looked
power system?
Sun Power security gate system. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Well, did it work out okay? You got the gate
Oh
on and
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
cool.
That was easy. It was all easy. It was no problem.
There's old Fredrickson talking about the show. We're going to talk about the show here in a minute because we got a special guest. Man, all I had going on last week was class. Brian Dixon came out. He was the lead instructor, primary instructor for the loops, and we put a couple of loops in, which he doesn't do very often in his training. And we got a couple of people certified, a couple of fence guys certified. Superior Fence, Daniel came out from California. And he knew probably just as much, if not more, than I did, and was just looking for a refresher and some tweaks on things, and added some real world experience. So that was helpful. Well, let's get to
Oh
the
yeah.
special guest who's coming on. She's already popped on here once because her son was popping in there looking at the camera. And we got Susan Worley in the house.
Hey y'all.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are y'all? Happy Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't you wish we did these podcasts on Wednesdays or Tuesdays like you guys did?
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. There's a couple of things that we wanted to talk about that you're probably going to have the most information on, and those are the Finch Show, FWA Health, and I think there's some classes coming up at the Finch University that I'm not sure about scheduling, and you might know a little bit more about that. Before we get into that stuff, I know you because I came and taught a class at SAS Baton Rouge. Is that what it was? And met you there and had taught a couple of classes at SAS. So how'd you get into this crazy world of automatic gates and access control and all that stuff?
By absolute accident, for sure. I mean, nobody wakes up and says, I want to be an automatic gate installer or salesperson of automatic gates. It just happens, right?
Yeah.
So I had run into ownership at my previous career, which was in hospitality, working in hotels and restaurants and stuff like that. And had my son that you saw pop in earlier, and was like, I would like a real life 9-to-5 job with nights and weekends and holidays off. So they took a chance on me and hired me in the warehouse. And in 5 years, I worked my way from a warehouse employee to inside sales to assistant branch manager to regional sales manager, and met Brian when I was still a branch manager at a Fence Tech, and he took a chance on me and said, come on over. And I said, let's do it. Let's change the world.
So now you're executive director of the Fence Workers Association. I have a little bit of insight. The Fence Workers Association having volunteered there, and then obviously I teach at the Finch University, which is it owned by Fence Workers Association, or Is it all? Oh, is that how
Yes.
it is? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So I teach there, so I know a little bit about the inside, but having spent time with Brian, but could you tell us about why the story of FWA and why Brian convinced you to come over to help run this thing?
For me, if you're kind of scared of something, you have to do it. And like it's a scary world out there. Like it was brand new. There was nothing that existed like it. He wanted to focus on small to medium sized businesses. He wanted to make their opportunities greater than they already existed, right? And so I was like, okay, let's do it. And so, you know, it already kind of existed before I came along. It just didn't have a lot of structure or goals and stuff like that. And that's kind of more what I do. Like Brian will shoot off 1,000 ideas, and I'm like, I'm writing them all down. Like 5 of them suck. You know what I mean?
Brian started a business without any structure.
Right.
It was basically a napkin and said, "Here, Susan, do this."
Oh, 100%. I'm sure he probably had like a dream and woke up and was like, I can rule the world.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
Robert, where did I know Robert? You and I had talked a couple of times. We first met actually at I think the first fence show. But where did you get involved with the fence techs and the fence shows and all that stuff? Were you looking for a home, or were you actually looking to network, or what was it?
It was like 3 years ago when COVID stuff started happening. I was just surfing the internet, and somebody reached out through one of my little old Facebook pages about the FWA, and then I started liking the page and keeping up with it, and I would see little posts Susan would put on, and I would say some inspirational stuff sometimes, and then just communicating, networking like that on Facebook, and then went to the first show in 2023.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's where you and I met at the Automatic booth, and I was probably complaining about something they should do better or whatever. But that's one thing that you and I both have in common is we're huge Automatic fans when it fits the right idea. Chris says, "Hey guys, Springfield, Missouri here," and it also said he's installed one of the I have installed one automated, I'm assuming, vertical pivot gate. I've never installed any of them. And in North Texas, you don't see them that much, with the exception of storage units. Where do you see those pivot gates at mostly, Robert?
Storage units. That's what I was working at.
Storage units. I had one customer at my time at SAS who installed 9 at like an energy company. So basically, where you don't have a lot of space. I mean, they're great because they come all packed in one. It literally shows up at your door, and then you mount it down.
Yeah.
So I know AutoGate's going to be at the fence show. So let's talk a little bit about the fence show. So October 1st through the 3rd, Robert and I are going to be there live. That's impressive. So everybody who wants to see us or yell at one of us live, I'll be there. Because Robert makes friends with everybody. So, Susan, where's it going to be, and what are some of the details on the fence show? And some guy named Brian Fried something like that. He says, "How do I got to know how to get to who do I got to know to get to the show?" So,
I actually think it says how to get on the show. I think he's trying to get onto your show.
Oh, no, that's not. That can't be the case. There's not very many people that want to get on the show. Most people want to get off the show. So anyway, all right. Well, how about this, Brian? We'll invite you on the show when we get to Las Vegas if you're there. So anyways, what's going on with the Fence show? Where's it at? I saw here at the Fence University them sending out some free passes to some people and things of that nature. So what's going on?
So currently we are sending out new membership cards and free passes to the show floor. Like you said, October 1st through 3rd, it will be at the South Point Casino and Hotel, just like the first 2 years. They've been good to us. It's a great property. What's really wonderful about that property is like you have no reason to leave it. 10 restaurants, a bowling alley. Ooh, look at those new. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, they do look pretty cool.
Yeah, we partnered with One Tap Connect on these.
Yeah, so that's what I was curious about. I know Brian and a couple of the software people from the company went out and had a one tap meeting here in the last few days. What's so special about this membership card as opposed to the last ones?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
just didn't know if we were off screen, if it could hear us.
Oh yeah,
So what's great
yeah.
about these is you can access all your benefits directly through it. You can sign up for your passes for the show. And I believe it'll have a couple other perks with it. I don't know all the details because I haven't gotten a hold of one yet, but
Okay,
yeah, they're really fantastic. Really
Robert,
good partnership.
I was trying to hunt down ours here, but they got a couple thousand of them going out to their members. So
Cool.
we'll have to get ours here pretty soon. Actually, I think there was only one Too Smooth Operators card, so I'll probably get it, and you'll probably be stuck. So no benefits for you.
No, I get my benefits. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll take care of you.
I'll
Don't worry
walk
about
out
it,
of
Robert.
something. I'll walk out there something free.
There you go. Hey, so what's going on? So South Point actually is a pretty fun hotel. The one thing that I like about it is you can pretty much go down up until about midnight or 1 o'clock and get food that doesn't cost you $500 to eat. So, but it's also convenient, and it's not as it's off the strip, so it's not like super packed. So I'm excited that you guys are doing there.
That
Again.
we've also negotiated really great rates again this year. I believe it's $79 a night, and then a prorated amount for the resort fees. So we are not paying as much and still having access to everything, which is awesome. And those are actually available if you go to fenshow.com and scroll about halfway down the page. There's a book your room link right there.
And
Huge rooms.
having stayed in a couple of hotels here in Las Vegas since I've been volunteering for the FWA, $79 a night is pretty freaking cheap. So if you're going to be here for 3 nights now, I'd heard a couple of things are going on Monday, Tuesday, and I know you guys had demo days last year. What else going on with the schedule?
So Monday and Tuesday, as always, we'll have the Mr. Fence class that he does, the 2-day. Man, I can't think of the name of it. But we're also going to be holding other education courses during that time. We aren't doing demo days this year before the show, but I will be announcing demo days very soon.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it'll be a separate event at a separate time.
I wonder if there will be a maze again.
No, there won't be a maze again.
That was fun. That was fun setting up. Well, that's cool. I just went through the list of gate operator manufacturers that are coming, and I'm not sure if it's updated on the website, but it looks like the usual suspects are going to be there. Do we've got anything on the gate operator front? Are we having any instructors for the on the gate operator end, or have you guys settled on what the Finch University is going to do yet?
We will, but yeah, we're not that far into the planning side of the education yet because there's so many things that we're changing up this year. We're changing how the education's going to be and like how it's going to affect the show floor. We're trying to make sure it doesn't affect the show floor as strongly this year. I know Nice High Security has a booth this year, and they've also offered to do some trainings.
Okay.
I know that AutoGate is very open to doing a lot of trainings. Like I've got lots of people reaching out to me. Of course, you know, I have to have Brian Dixon teach his loop class. Like it's a game changer for guys. So I mean,
well, yeah, we still have people that have been in the industry, and we found this out last week, that have been in the industry for as long as I have, which is a long time, and still think that in-ground inductance loops are weight rated. So no, it's not weight, it's magnetic field. So yeah, it's a pretty cool class to go to. Maybe someday we could actually do installing a loop or something like that at the show. Last year, who was there last year, Robert, that we hadn't seen there in a while? We had Ramset was there. That Chalet, I still can't remember. There was one with a weird name, but Tide Metals is going to be there this year. I wonder if they're going to bring one of their big gates. And then Torsion, they were at Fence Tech, but they didn't have any of their gate operators there. So it looks like they've got a
Mhm.
booth as well too. So, so I'm pretty excited about that. Well, as you could tell. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the work that has to be done
Yeah.
Right.
for anybody that volunteers. But so I was looking at the benefits that we have, and I know that Brian Fredrickson had put a lot of effort into FWA Health, and he's got a personal story to that. So, one, can you tell us what is about what it is about FWA Health, and how can they get it? Do they have to be a member, and so on? So, for any of you gate techs out there that don't have health insurance, I would highly suggest listen up.
Yeah, I'm actually on FWA Health, so I can actually speak to it pretty personally. You go to fwahealth.com and you can actually choose the plan that works for you. I have like their max plan with all their options, vision, dental, the whole nine. I use it regularly. I haven't had any problems with it. That being said, though, it is just the basic minimum coverage that you are required to have by law. Now,
Yeah.
that being said, we might be introducing something in the next couple of weeks that are your major medical options. And it actually came about because my dad is on FWA Health and ended up having to have major surgery. Now, what's really great about it is with FWA Health, with one of the plans, you can have hospital indemnity, which is going to give us a small chunk of change that'll help us be able to pay those bills off since he didn't have major medical. But again, I said we are bringing major medical very soon. We're just trying to find the plan that works for our members. Yes, you should be an FWA member to use FWA Health, but it's $20 a year to become an individual member. I don't know why you wouldn't go to joinfwa.com to access all those benefits.
Yeah,
Uh,
that'd be a good
the
benefit right there because a lot of people don't have health insurance, and it could be like a medicine that you need to get, and it'll be like $1,700 out of your pocket. It could be cheaper through the health insurance.
Robert,
Oh, yeah.
don't you find when hiring people that anybody that's coming from a big company, that's like one of the first things that they ask is, do you
No,
have
not me.
health
No,
insurance?
because if they're coming from a big company, they're looking at me. I'm just gonna work here for 2 months, so they don't ever get that far.
Oh yeah, yeah. The for those guys who have the ability to hire people because business is so good.
Hmm.
Susan, what is the deal with? I have a business. Let's just say I have the $1999 membership. Who all, and I'm a business owner, who all can actually get insurance from that? Do they all have to be members in order to get it? Or
I
is it?
mean, it would be our preference, but no, not technically speaking. You still kind of have access to all of our benefits.
Gotcha.
Mm.
So we were in Florida. At all three of us actually were in Miami and Bahamas and all over that
Oh
place,
yeah,
tearing it up. About when was that? Was that this year or last year?
February.
February.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on with the fence cruise for next year? Have y'all, or this year? I guess it'll be next year. So what's the deal? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to
This is going to
happen?
happen. I'm going to
Are you
announce those
sure?
dates soon. Yeah, because I'm in the process of picking which where we go out of and what our
Ooh.
locations and dates.
Good. Good. Good.
I
I'm
didn't know
Let's
you
sorry.
go
would ask
somewhere
me
cool.
that. So yeah.
Oh well, I've been talking about it forever. I'm like trying to not that I have any say, but I love like picking at people
I
to
want to
get
go
them
on
to
the
do it.
cruise.
I just want to have
Yes,
something to look forward to. Now that I've
you
been on a
do.
cruise, I'm about that cruise life, man. So
Yeah.
I'm ready
Yes.
to go and
No,
I mean,
I spoke with Megan the other day and she's like, since we've already cruised before, like we might have like a couple of more benefits that come with the package. So I'm
oh
like
cool.
pretty
Mm.
excited to find out
I think
what's next.
what we did last year was fun, going out of Miami, and then where did we go? The Bahamas? Is that what it was?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the first time I'd ever been on a cruise. So I didn't know anything about it. But I mean, it's the easiest thing. You literally walk on the boat, walk up to your room. It's got your card there and your luggage is already there. And then you're off
Hmm.
to the races like I was with alcohol and food. So I mean, free pizza and Robert and I got hit for a $25 drink. What was that thing that the guy came and sold us?
That
He was
one of
like,
them rum punches or something.
yeah, it was a ten
Rum
dollar drink,
punch or something.
$10 drink,
Yeah.
but $15 cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where do you guys have a website dedicated just to the fence crews, or is it just stuff that you all put out on fenceworkers.org?
We'll end up putting it out on fenceworkers.org and on social media and stuff like that with all the phone numbers and the codes and who to get a hold of, which is Megan, and the dates. So, like, as soon as I have all that information kind of laid out and really decided on, because I'm trying to make sure that wherever we go out of, like, it's a nice hub for everybody. It's easy to get to. And Miami was really easy, like, in the bigger
Yeah.
picture.
I loved Miami.
And it was nice. We ended up spending a couple of days afterwards, and man, that just I was born there, so it had been 30 years since I'd been there, maybe even longer. So I miss it. I miss it now. Now I want to go back. So Susan, I don't know. I know when I asked Brian about the Finch University classes that were coming up, there was one class in Florida that he had mentioned, but I don't know the dates or anything particular. Have you guys discussed that?
I want to say it's in June.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it all written down. It's
Okay.
going to be in Spanish. At least with Evu Fence is going to be who's instructing it.
All right.
And it's going to be for FWA and Espanol members. And I know they're going to do a gate operator portion. They're going to work with PPA. And then there's going to be, I believe, a vinyl installation portion done with Evu Fence.
But
Awesome.
they are northern, like Florida, right? There's a Tampa.
They're like, yeah, maybe a little bit north of Tampa, somewhere in there.
Okay. So you guys can go to finchuniversity.com, and it's replicated under fenceworkers.org and their events. So I think right now they switched the months. So if you go there now, you'll actually see the Spanish class that it's scheduled for Las Vegas, but it's going to be in Florida, as we just discussed. And I think it's going to be a month before. So we'll get that updated, get the schedule updated for everybody, since I might come to the Florida one. I think at one time, Brian was talking about Spanish and English, but definitely Spanish. So, all right, Susan, you got anything else that you want to talk about or mention on the FWA side, or anything gate operator access control related?
I don't think so. I was excited to be here tonight, and I love FWA, and I love where it's going and what it's doing, and I believe in it.
Well,
I do
cool.
too.
Well, I do too. So I appreciate you coming on. And if anything pops up, anybody has any questions for you, I'll make sure that you get them. So thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye. So what do you got coming up next week, gate operator wise?
Well, I'm gonna be doing some more fence work. I got not get knocked out for because the week after, I got about 4 projects with aluminum fencing and gate operators, and got about 3 gate operators and fence jobs on each site to do. So I'll have a busy month.
You said aluminum fencing. What aluminum fencing are you doing?
Just a regular 3-rail aluminum estate fencing.
Okay, so it's got 2 rails at the top and 1 at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. How are you getting the vertical post in the ground? Do you pound those posts?
No, I don't pound. No.
You don't. Do you pound any posts?
None.
None.
No.
So you dig and set. Do you dry pack or do you
wet pack?
Wet pack. So you got.
I put my water in the hole and pack it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So no mixing.
It mixes it when we pack it in the hole.
Gotcha. But so
it's
there's
another method that I put water in the hole, and you pour the concrete in it, and you take a big packing stick like an old shovel handle.
Yeah.
Go up and down a few times, and you get it wet enough that it will mix.
Right. Well, I mean, the way that I saw Sean do it a couple of weeks ago in Evansville was there was no water. I mean, it was just like the water, the moisture
Yeah,
in the ground.
they
Well,
he uses some type of packer, like a cement packer that
oh, okay.
vibrates and it packs it and vibrates it down. It's basically the same thing, except he's not putting water where I'm putting water. It's the
I
same
gotcha.
thing.
And that's what will you now when you get that, you're going to buy panels, right?
Yeah.
What type of panels do you buy?
I don't even know. They're just
Oh,
panels. They're
they're just
all the same to me. There's no real. There are what you call ultra and some other panels that are more expensive. Then there's some that are more less expensive. But I'm in the middle of the road. I buy from Stevenson Pipe. So for this job, I bought it from Stevenson Pipe, and then they source out the manufacturer. I don't.
I gotcha. And what will you do as far as gate goes? So will it be
I bought
it'll
the
be
same gate from the manufacturer.
so it's aluminum gate?
Aluminum gate. Yep.
Aluminum gate. What type of track system or
No,
cantilever?
just a double gate
Just a
swing.
double swinger.
It's gonna have. I'm gonna have. It's gonna be on brick columns, and I'm gonna have a automatic column mount
Oh, gotcha.
operators on
What sizes are the gates?
14-foot double,
14 foot, 6 foot, 14 by 6.
14-foot, 5 foot high, and arches up.
Oh, gotcha. So what do those things weigh? Like a couple 100 pounds?
No, about 40, 50 pounds probably.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
They're
cool.
not. I mean, they're not real heavy. They're not heavy at all.
What gate operators? You said automatic column mount?
Automatic column mounts.
What is that? They're Mach something?
I don't even know. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah,
But
they just
I
have
mount it to the column, the
so
motors,
so when you mount it to the column, what type of column is it? Stone or cinder block?
brick,
So it's brick.
Yeah.
What kind of mounting system will you use for that? Will you
I'll
just do
use
anchor
some
bolts?
anchor bolts.
Will you put adhesive in there too?
I probably will. I don't know, just as long as it sets in there good. But yeah, I probably will this time.
Gotcha.
Adhesive.
Yeah, there was a Hilti system that we would use for adhesive, and it had a sleeve that you put in there first, and then you squirted the adhesive in there, and then it came out the back and basically built almost like a wedge in the back. So you'll just bolt on the arms to the gate?
Yeah, I just bolt them on.
No welding, no aluminum welding?
No aluminum welding whatsoever.
Well, I would imagine the
Robert,
arm's steel anyway.
yeah, no welding, just all bolting
So
and putting everything in level and square. That's all you gotta do. And it'll
10-4.
work.
All right, man.
If you don't do that, it won't
I'm going to be on
work.
vacation. What's that?
If you don't do that, it won't work.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, if they're not level.
Level and square.
On those in particular, huh?
Well, with anything, that's what I say.
Oh, well, you should have seen some gates that I installed a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Well, look, man, I'm getting ready to start my vacation, so I'm gonna head out of town and go take care of some stuff. So let's wrap this up. You got anything special you need to tell the world?
Bye.
Bye.
That's it.
Hit me
Bye.
off.
Bye, baby. Welcome to another good episode of Two Smooth Operators.
It's the
only
intro
podcast about gate operator life
on the outro
for technicians. Your hosts, Michael Brooks and Robert Evers. Stay tuned for another great episode.
Don't stay tuned now.